Hello everyone, my name is Isan and welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Now, I wanted to play a game that was very similar to Portal while we're done with the story here, and we're going to be transitioning a little bit into like some more first-person shooters a little bit, but staying kind of on the story narrative here. This game is full of story narratives, if I were to say so. I've seen a lot of gameplay of this. Everyone's probably seen a lot of gameplay of this, but this is the Ultra Deluxe Edition, and I want to play it, so let's give her a shot. Let's see what I can do here.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh boy. Oh no, my controller's not happy. Okay, there we go. We're back to the game. All right, so I'm Stanley, and I press buttons all day, as he said, and no one's here. So
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's check all the doors here. Where's everybody? Oop. Guess I close that door. Okay. Yeah, looks like everyone kind of just left. Whoa. What kind of facility is this? So I've seen...
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I keep pressing everything. This is kind of what this game is like. I can turn off all the computers. Okay, so basically this game is like, you're Stanley, and today no one's in the office, so you make any decision. Hey look, 420. Any decision that you want to progress the story. You can go anywhere, but there's a narrator speaking for you. 4B3. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so this is the moment of the game. Should I go to the left or should I go to the right? I feel like I should go to the right. But I kind of want to go to the left. He told me to go to the left. But maybe I should be going to the right. I mean, like, okay, so, like, look at that one. That one looks like that would be... Fuck it, I'm going this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the employee lounge, because, you know, I want to see where all these employees are at. What is going on here? Why can't I open any door? Okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It's gorgeous.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
All of it. Look at that beaut. I wish I had an office room like this in my home. Damn, look at that. That's like old school.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
That's a nice painting. I mean, that's a really nice mountain there. I've seen that one and seen that one.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh. I'm staying here, dude.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No, I'm just trying to like hang out in the lounge. Sorry, guys.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing
All right,
room
let's figure out what's
and
going
took
on.
the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, should I go down this door, or should I just keep going my own way? I feel like I should go my own way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. It's like what I tell my kids. Oh, look at that. This is cool. Okay, some architecture stuff. Okay. It's got a nice lamp there. Okay. Reminds me of Portal. Look at this. This looks like Aperture Science a little bit. I gotta say. You know, I heard that this was made on the same engine as Portal, like the original Stanley Parable. I'll have to do some research on that. You guys tell me in the comments what you know about that. I know they're related somehow. Let's see. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is moving. Will cause death. Penalty of misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. The penalty of jumping up, $5,000. Ooh. Well, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, I can't jump.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all
Should I go
this
that way?
time.
Or should I go that way?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
We're gonna go
Someone
this
you've
way.
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? Who's she? What?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What? Whoa. Okay, let's see. Urgent. Employees should never, under any circumstances, attempt something. Okay, let's see. Let's go into the dark void.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What is this game? Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I did.
Who'd want to commit their life to you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
All right, let's go in.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. Press 2. No, I don't want to. I don't want to press X. I don't think pressing X would do anything good.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Shut up, don't tell me.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I can't get out of here.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
It's an office desk.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
You know what? I'm going to find out what happens if I just don't press it.
How long is this going to take?
I wonder what happens if you don't press A to continue. I'm impressed with it.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I can hear you. I don't
How
give
can
a
I
shit.
tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I totally died. Wow, okay, so yeah, this game is very interesting. Maybe we should be listening to the narrator and doing what he says. I don't know. We're gonna do another one real quick.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
They all sound the same. So I know in the old one you can jump out one of these windows and there's like a white world out there, a void.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let a ball up inside you, resent the coworker. Using slips to assure employees everything is okay. Slides. Using slides. Make sure the slides are slick and blue graphics are. Employee, everyone is unique. You most of all. That makes no sense. This is kind of like Portal. There were slides on this slide. Charts. Charts in slides. Slides. Charts and slides. Graphs. Graphs about things with money. Profits, profits, profits. Is it hot? Stripes colored in segments. The stock market is somewhere here. There's so many slides here. I'm done. And if you subscribe, I will stand in this room for the next episode of the Stanley Parable. Because we're going to keep playing this just for fun, because it's fun.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs, huh? Should I go upstairs, guys? I think I should go upstairs. We should go see the boss. Maybe he'll tell me what's going on. I check every single door. Oh. What's going on here? What? What does it say? Business strategy? Oh my god. Whoa. I don't think I'm going to the boss's office anymore. Okay, so from what I understand, the elevator is a new content thing, and you have to play the game a lot and get a bunch of endings. So let's try to get this ending, and I really feel bad for that panda. Let's go see the boss.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, but you told me.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What's over here? It just gets dark. Okay. I can only go down.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
All right, let's figure out what's going on. Everyone's
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh my god. And then there's a escape right here. Oh goodness, escape. I don't know if I should escape or if I should go to the mind control facility. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's so many freaking options. Let's escape. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. We're gonna do mind control.
The The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm walking. All I gotta do is walk, right?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm right there. That's my office. Okay, let's go over here. Only 2 people that got fired. Wait a minute. Let's pay attention here. Okay, there's one guy, there's another guy, and there's a blurred out screen. So let's find out the numbers. Okay, so let's see. 104. I'm guessing 601. 234. So we'll have to remember those numbers for next time.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
There's some algorithms and stuff on some of these.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I do that every day. I don't need a mind control facility to be blind to the world every single
But
day.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Power facility awaits input. Whoa.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
All right, let's step.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation. the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. Wow, that's an amazing beat the game, complete the Stanley Parable. I beat it. No, I didn't beat the game. That was one ending. Oh my god, that was actually so, like, insightful and, like, pretty sick. What time is it on the game? That's so cool. Well, thank you all for joining this episode of the Stanley Parable. We're going to be doing this quite often. There's so many endings. I find it to be interesting. Please leave a like. Definitely subscribe. We're just gonna be doing all the endings as much as we can, I guess. If you have any endings that you want to see, definitely write that down in the comments there, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Later.